Mr. Fields?
Oh, come in, come in.
Is that you, sweet little Lizzie?
It's me, all right, Sister Fields.
My eyes don't work as well as they used to, you know. Just like my legs and arms.
Here, Priscilla, let me brush your lovely hair.
Thank you, dear. Ah, that feels good. Oh, Lizzie, it makes us so happy to know that you and John are enjoying your assignment together. Your marriage is proving that doing things Jehovah's way is always best.
You both inspired us with your good example and all your scriptural counsel. But I need your advice again.
Oh? About John?
No, about Megan and Zach.
Oh, my.
I just came from seeing her. She and Zach say such hurtful things to each other. I tried to get her to talk to the elders.
The elders have talked with her, Liz. A lot. But so far, Megan is just not applying Jehovah's principles. We'll keep trying.
But now she's talking about divorce.
Divorce? On scriptural grounds?
Not that she knows of. How can we help her?
Well, it sounds like she's desperate, all right. But we mustn't overreact. In the heat of emotion, people do and say things they later regret.
Yes, dear. Paul and I have had our disagreements now and then, too. But we learn to settle them in a friendly spirit. We learn to disagree without being disagreeable. That's one of the ways that showing love can draw you closer together.
But she says she doesn't feel love for him anymore.
True love isn't just what you feel. It's also how you act. Megan needs to act according to Jehovah's principles, especially to act unselfishly.
She asks why she can't have just a little happiness. What can I tell her?
Well, you might remind her that there's more happiness in giving than in receiving. Jesus said that, and nobody's ever proved him wrong.
Yes, dear. If Megan is willing to show that true love, they may still find true love. After all, many husbands have been won without a word through their wife's good conduct.
Megan needs to consider the consequences of her actions. A divorce leaves scars on children and on adults. Jehovah knows that facing and resolving painful problems does less damage than giving up on a marriage. And that's why the Bible tells mates to stick together.
I just hope Megan will listen to the elders. And to you, Lizzie. You're not older than she is, but you're stronger in the truth. Maybe you can recall her to her senses to love her husband and her children. You never know. You could help her to save her whole family.
Keep appealing to her faith in Jehovah, Liz. Love is from Jehovah. God is love. Doing things his way is the only thing that got us through the tough times.
Tough times? What kind of tough times did you have?
Oh, don't get him started. I'm making it tough on him right now.
How about all the times you had to take care of me?
When was that?
Well, the time I'm thinking of was nearly 50 years ago now.
Uh-oh, that story again. Here we go. Make sure you get the details straight this time. He always leaves out the most important parts.
Well, we were way out in our pioneer assignment, far from civilization.
We were basically newlyweds. I remember our little house.
We had hardly any money.
I couldn't even afford a new dress.
There was no secular work anywhere.
But we knew that people needed to hear the truth.
We had this old car.
It was a tin bucket with 4 wheels, that's what it was.
We put gas in it only if donations were generous.
And when they gave us something besides vegetables and live chickens.
And then I got some tropical disease.
A nurse at the clinic out there told me that Paul was dying. That he would be gone in a few hours.
I was too weak to know how bad off I was.
I asked why he was dying, and she said, God is taking him.
Finally, they told Priscilla all his water has run out.
So I said, let's put the water back in.
She's always got good ideas.
They came up with some glucose solution.
All I remember was this huge needle.
They started to give Paul fluids intravenously.
I started to perk up after a few days.
You thought you were better. I had to convince you to fly out for more medical help.
Good thing I listened to her. Well, for the next 6 months, Priscilla nursed me back to health. After I got better, we were in the circuit work for 9 years.
Until his mom got sick. We cared for her for 2 years until she went to sleep, the dear soul.
Then we got back into full-time service.
Wow. What kept you going through all of that?
I think you mean what kept us from throwing in the towel, right? I'll tell you, we always looked at each other the way Jehovah wants us to, as partners for life. Through all our ups and downs, we were a team.
And the longer we've been together, the closer we've become. Caring for each other has never felt like a burden. We were so young.
You're both still young.
I'm afraid mirrors don't lie, Lizzie. We're a little different now.
Oh, speak for yourself. You cannot walk me in service now, but just wait until I get my legs back in the new world. I'll show you.
Oh, Priscilla, you'll never get old. Neither of you will.
You're so sweet, Lizzie. But you know, our love isn't the same as it was back then.
It's not?
No, it's deeper and better.
Yes. We thank Jehovah every day for each other.
Be careful, you old romantic. You'll stick your finger again.
That's the rose he picked for you.
It's a little frail and faded now, but it will always be beautiful to me.
And you will always be beautiful to me. He bowed before Jehovah to love her from the heart. What God has yoked together, let no man put apart.
I wish Megan could see you now. Maybe it would help her.
Don't underestimate the power of your words, Lizzie. You may already have helped her.